This is the scandalous story of Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave was a well-known physician who had worked at the hospital for over 20 years. On the surface, he was respected, trusted, and praised by staff and patients alike. But behind closed doors, Dr. Dave was living a double life. He had begun manipulating prescriptions, writing fake ones, and pocketing money through illegal deals. He also inflated surgery costs, billing patients far beyond what was necessary and quietly keeping the difference. To the hospital, he was a hero. In reality, he was building a hidden empire of corruption. As time went on, Dr. Dave's behavior became even more reckless. He began engaging in inappropriate relationships with patients, betraying the very trust his position demanded. His actions eventually caught up to him in the worst possible way. He contracted a serious, life-altering illness. Instead of stopping, he grew more secretive and careless, continuing his unethical lifestyle in silence. One of his patients, a woman named Melissa Carter, came into his life during this period. Melissa was married to Jason Carter, a hard-working man employed at a railroad station. Together, they had twin sons, Ethan and Noah Carter, energetic boys who idolized their family. But Melissa and Dr. Dave began an affair. Eventually, Melissa became ill and was later diagnosed with a serious condition. The truth began to surface in painful pieces. Jason discovered the betrayal, and that both he and Melissa were now affected by the consequences of her choices. Everything in the Carter household collapsed. Jason, overwhelmed and emotionally shattered, tried to continue working at the railroad. One day on the job, a serious accident left him badly injured, crushing his leg. He was rushed to the same hospital where Dr. Dave worked. Unknowingly, Jason was placed under the care of another surgeon, Dr. Leonard Hayes, a longtime colleague and friend of Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave discovered Jason's file. Seeing an opportunity for control and revenge, he approached Dr. Hayes privately. Dr. Dave secretly offered him a large sum of money to ensure Jason would never recover the same way again. Under pressure and corruption, Dr. Hayes agreed. Jason's treatment was mishandled, and instead of receiving the proper care he needed, his condition worsened dramatically, leading to a life-changing amputation. At home, Melissa and Jason's condition continued to decline. The twin boys, Ethan and Noah, watched their parents suffer physically and emotionally. Eventually, the truth came out in fragments: the affair, the illness, and the role Dr. Dave had played in their downfall. The boys were devastated. Their family had been destroyed piece by piece, and in their grief, anger began to grow. Ethan and Noah, overwhelmed by pain and loss, began planning revenge against Dr. Dave. They blamed him for everything: the betrayal, the illness, and their parents' suffering. In their minds, removing him felt like the only way to stop the pain. One night, Ethan went to Dr. Dave's home. The confrontation ended in tragedy, and Dr. Dave did not survive the encounter. At the same time, back at home, Noah struggled with what was happening to his parents, who were now both in critical condition. In a moment of emotional collapse, he made a devastating decision to end their suffering. When Ethan returned home, the truth unraveled. The brothers argued, grief turning into rage, confusion, and heartbreak. The confrontation escalated quickly, and in the chaos, both brothers were caught in a tragic exchange that ended their lives as well. When authorities arrived, they found a scene of complete devastation. Dr. Dave was gone. Jason and Melissa Carter were gone. And the twin brothers, Ethan and Noah, were also lost. A hospital scandal, a family tragedy, and a chain of corruption and revenge had destroyed everyone involved. What remained was silence, and the question of how so many lives collapsed from a single web of deception.